What up? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And look at you. You done stumbled upon little OTB Saints, where we bring you all the latest black and gold coverage.
Who are the Saints going to draft? Who's going to be their quarterback? What does the salary cap look like? All that information and more.
Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe.
Devin Snow, hold the mayo. Dev, what's up, brother?
Yo, what's happening? How we doing?
I mean, I can hear it. I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, it hurts.
Man, you okay? You doing all right?
Yeah, man, we play on Thursday again. How about that? Most injured team in the league gets the fortune of playing again on Thursday against, well,
here's some glass half full. If you don't like Dennis Allen, then all of this bad injury stuff was probably the quickest way to go ahead and kill it, right? Like to go ahead and end the Dennis Allen era. Unless I'm off base, right? Like, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like weed killer, but
yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, and it's well, I mean, am I off base? Like, do y'all think like if the Saints don't make the playoffs, it's over, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Gotta be.
Hold on.
And they're not making the playoffs, so it's over.
I'm gonna tell you now. If he loses Thursday, I think there's a high percentage chance it's over.
Now, are you saying this just off your gut feeling, or have you had somebody reach out to you that you think this is in the air?
No, brother, you know me. I'll never have anybody reach out and give me any information.
You say that, brother. I don't think that's the case. I think that could that you never know.
Does
you never
Sean
know.
Payton added portion of this that what maybe why you think
absolutely.
not just because of another loss in a row, but because it's Sean Payton with a bad team if he comes in and beats you?
Yes, I think it's going to force you to at least strongly consider it. But the problem is that it ain't just Dennis Allen. I've never been a hoorah, like, get Dennis Allen out of here guy, really, to be honest. But it's more than Dennis Allen. It's everything. And when you lose like you did yesterday, you start thinking about everything. You start thinking about all these guys that they've drafted, who can't even play, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, people talk about a rebuild. We tried to kind of rebuild. And you just haven't hit on the right guys. They're not performing. And, of course, injuries. Injuries is the number one thing.
How do you feel about?
I mean, how many times I got to bring up Foskey, dude? It's just like to think that they use such a high pick on him, and the list goes on and on and on.
No, you make a good point, Dev. It's like, yeah, DA's frustrating, and I mean, my man's got negative charisma, right? His resume and history and record really works against him. But, like, the front office definitely deserves as much, if not more, blame. Yeah. And we're just in that really weird position that I don't think exists anywhere else in the NFL, where the general manager is basically Jerry Jones. But the general manager is the owner and is not going anywhere.
Yeah, but at least Jerry owns it. Like, he could sell it. I mean, Mickey doesn't own the team. He has, like, nothing in it, but he kind of owns the team.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But it's a good point by you, Dev.
But on a better note, you can look at that first half, and you could see that that was the Saints team that we love. You know what I'm saying? And
it was kind of a heady first half after that 17-0 deficit.
You remember how you were saying all last week? You were like, if the Saints have a chance to win this game, it would have to be a situation where, like, the defense puts them in a good spot.
True.
Well, okay, they had it. It was happening. It was happening. Dude, by the second half, there only was one coach that made adjustments yesterday during halftime. And I'm going to tell you, it wasn't Dennis Allen. Not on offense, defense, Kubiak on offense. No adjustments were made. But Tampa made the adjustments. And, dude, this Saints team looked soulless. Looked like they didn't want to play football. They were up 3.
Yeah.
They were up 3, and they looked like they didn't even want to play football after halftime.
No, I mentioned it, man, and you got a Tampa team where the vibes are immaculate, and they're playing for a city that's just gone through some things. Like, it could not have felt more different in that regard.
It was just crazy. I just couldn't believe how soulless of a team came out there in the second half, dude. Like, but anyway, what did y'all think about Spencer Rattler?
I think there was, some things that you could certainly see, Dev, that were flashes of what he could be.
Yeah.
And Look, it's his first start in the NFL against a good team. That is never going to be
an awful
perfect.
line and no weapons because Olave gets hurt immediately.
An offensive line that's got a guy that was on his couch 10 days ago starting at center, one of the most important positions on the field. So, yeah, I mean, Bub Means, who didn't play awful, but when that's your second receiver in the game, you have no Taysom Hill, no Chris Olave. I mean, everything goes sideways on you. I think there were some things that you can work with for sure.
I'll say this: it was much better. You could immediately tell it was better than the Ian Book thing. You know what I'm saying? So it could have been one. Yeah,
no doubt.
I mean, not saying much, but also true. You're absolutely correct.
I mean, fifth round pick, first start of the year, and all that adversity. I mean, by the way, the helmet to helmet hit on Olave. Like, I understand that it's not college football, but that had to at very least been helmet to helmet, right? Like, what was y'all's take on that? Because
it was crown of the helmet to the side of the head. And I was shocked that Olsen and I forget who the play-by-play was, like, they didn't even mention it in their
Not that it matters, but Jake, I would imagine he's going to be having a fine come his way.
He'll get fined for it. Now it didn't get penalized. Yeah. But you'll get a fine for that for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
that takes points off the board if that's called. Dev.
So what does it take for that to be called, though? I don't understand.
Well, can they review it? They can't review it in the NFL, can they? I think that's probably the problem there, Dev. If you could review that, then I'm guessing the booth would get involved. Somebody would, or maybe you could challenge it if you were the coach. Dude, okay, wait. Okay. So, any other Saints thoughts before we get to Saturday night? What went down in Death Valley?
No, I'm good on the Saints. Hey, I guess the only other Saints thought is if they do, for whatever miracle of a reason, beat the Broncos, your schedule isn't that crazy. So if you could get any type of help, I got to say this, if you get any type of help, dude, like the Chargers would be probably your toughest game out of the next, Well, Atlanta would be. So, but out of the next 5, you play Cleveland, Carolina, Denver.
I mean, again, if you're 3-3, I think I would have been objectively happy, no matter what. That was the goal from the time we first saw the schedule. But 2-4, and especially in the context of winning 2, then losing 4, and watching the team just slowly crumble around you, like I don't know, man, just like zombies just being mowed down. Just it feels the vibes are awful.
Yeah, losing 4 straight, if you want to really feel the pain, just think that. You lost 4 straight.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. I think that's a wrap, and I'm just fascinated to see what happens to Mickey Loomis and what he chooses to do to himself. Wow, just amazing black and gold takes right there, Jake.
I don't think I've ever heard any takes that are better than the 2 guys that just gave you that take.
And you can keep getting them by going ahead and liking, subscribing, ringing the bell to get notifications when we post. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next OTB Saints.